The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Might as well talk about my sleep then if we've got nothing else.
You don't want to save that for the show? It's pretty good.
It's pretty good stuff. Okay, we'll save that.
I've got some sleep chat today too.
Well, that'll go with my sleep chat quite nicely. What are you drinking there, Keyzie?
Coffee, Insta. But funny to do with sleep chat, my wife's got a sleep tracker. She's got the Apple Watch.
Oh, yeah.
And it tracks her sleep. And her latest thing is, hey, you came to bed at 11 last night, eh? And I'll be like, oh, yeah, why is that? She'll be like, oh, yeah. And then she'll send me a screenshot of me waking her up on her sleep tracker.
Right.
And I'll be like, don't send me that, but otherwise I'll stop coming to bed. Will that make you happy?
Yeah, probably.
It's quite funny.
That's why she's doing it.
Well, you do tend to just, after you've had your ports or your sherries and stuff, sort of stagger into the bed and do a big fart and then plop onto the bed.
Belch as well.
Belch your ass off, let out a couple of rippers.
As well as the fart.
What I do, so she's been asleep for like an hour and a half. I've been online with Pugson. I'll walk in and I'll brush my teeth, walk in, get the Shark mat out, pull back the blankets, put that on my side of the bed, lie down on that, pull the blankets back up, watch something on my laptop for half an hour.
Is that not already there, the Shark mat? You have to put it in every night.
I put it in every night just because sometimes she'll roll over onto a bed of spikes. But honestly, she sleeps pretty, like, you know, you could frickin' break into our house and steal everything and she'd still be asleep.
Good to know. Where do you live?
Tiaratu, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know where he lives, Mogi.
Good on you, mate.
You and me can do a mish one day. Keyzie will be steamed.
Imagine that as a bit of a joke. He robbed me.
Keyzie would be steamed on the couch and his wife would be fast asleep.
I just sent her the photo of the ball gag that was out there.
Oh, yeah.
I've never got that.
And I just said, do you want this? And she just reacted.
Yeah.
And then said, hell yeah.
What about her mate at the gym? Ask her if she wants it.
Oh, the threesome girl. She's like, she actually hit me up the other day. She's like, now, are you guys still talking about me and the girl from the gym, or have you put that to bed
We're
now?
certainly still thinking about it.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
I'm putting it to bed, all right.
We're wanting to put it to bed. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Just
Thought
on
we'd
those,
start in the lounge.
those gags in the mouth, I don't get it. I don't see the appeal. But as I say, well, you know, we were talking today on the chat. You were saying old Pugson, for example, got a bit of a foot fetish.
Well,
and I didn't know that, but fill your boots on that. But like,
that's a nice play on words.
The gag was. I've never got.
No, never.
Or gimp masks.
So the thing
I
with
never got them either.
I understand why they do it. It's not for me.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't see the appeal.
So a gimp mask dehumanizes the person, right?
That's right.
Is that what it is?
So you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, right, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you like that?
No.
Yeah. You look good in a gimp mask.
I would. Can you imagine?
Big honker sticking out the front of it. Sorry, that's Jace. I know that's Jace.
All three of us wearing gimp masks. There'd be a massive bulge in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's just hanging
It's
out
my
there.
downstairs.
Because they're the ones with the zips, aren't they? Up the face or something?
No, up the
Mouth.
back.
Oh, up the back.
Oh, the zip, yeah, for the mouth maybe, if you're lucky,
Yes.
and then you suck a ball gag in it. Yeah, I don't know. It's not really my cup of tea.
I'm just pretty, vanilla ice cream.
Straight mish.
That's right.
The old school way where you lay a sheet down over your partner. Yeah? There's a sheet and they're completely covered head to toe and there's just a hole cut out around the privates.
Yeah.
And you just lay down on top.
Yeah.
And you just put that through there and there, right?
That's good. That's
and
clean.
then that's it.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
good.
Off you go.
Because you're just doing it to procreate.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
That's right.
And you should be ashamed of it.
Yeah.
You want to know a really weird fact?
Yes.
I've never seen my wife naked.
Fuck off. The weird thing is...
Tell us more about that.
Well, you were just describing the sheet scenario.
Yes.
That's
how you do it?
Lights off.
Yeah.
All that sort of jazz.
Mm-hmm.
And why is that? Is that because you don't want to?
Nah.
The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki. The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
You were saying to me that you find the female body a massive turn-off.
Yeah.
And if there's one way to get rid of your erection, but seen a naked woman.
Yeah, man.
No, that doesn't check out because he's always curving out the window.
Certainly been in close proximity.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but you get performance anxiety. Those things can happen.
Totally.
You know?
I have, of course, seen my wife naked.
Good on you, man. What a legend. What a legend.
Thanks.
Yeah. You're such a legend.
Thanks, fellas.
Isn't it weird
She
that...
gave me a hickey once.
Oh, wow.
Have you ever given a hickey? Have we talked about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've given hickey.
Heaps.
Sure.
So
And I've
hickeys were
received them.
big.
Hickeys.
No,
were,
not deliberately.
Hickeys were very much sought after. You know what I'm saying?
They were
When you're 13.
When
when
you're
you're 13.
13, 14, 15.
I
Not,
had some mates, they put the vacuum cleaner on their necks.
yes, of course.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
neck,
So, yeah.
right.
Oh, no, it was my, it was his, it was old mate's neighbour. She was giving us hickeys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's got a round mouth, eh? Pretty round mouth. But,
Yeah.
but you didn't know anything either, so you're like,
Yeah.
maybe that is true, but I think it's not.
I can see you being very vanilla, actually, Keyzie.
What?
You said yourself you were very vanilla.
Yeah, as a joke.
He's actually a freak.
Well,
How nasty do you reckon I get? Jace, how nasty do you think I would get if I was allowed to go full nasty?
I think that
I think
because of
sometimes you take your T-shirt off.
and
If it's a special occasion.
sure, that's about as nasty as I'd imagine you getting, Keyzie. And there's certain people like I can imagine being nasty,
Like Pugson.
Yeah, Pugson, definitely. But he's into all sorts of stuff.
Well, because on the way to that video we were doing today, I was with Isaac and the Pants Man. It was actually Isaac that was telling me that he's Pugson's like massive into feet, and he even said to the Pants Man,
I know.
don't bring Grace in, and if you do, make sure she's got work boots on.
Yes, yeah.
You know, because if she's wearing open-toed shoes or anything, it's just like a field day.
Who's Grayson?
Grace, Pants Man's partner.
Ah.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, I don't know if you guys heard this, we were filming a video today to all the listeners out there, and at a jewellery store, let's say.
Yeah.
And Pugson was inquiring about toe rings.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, have you got someone in mind? He's like, nah, just want to see photos of toe rings.
Nice.
Yeah.
He was, we've been talking about our Insta feed. You guys,
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling through them yesterday.
Algorithms.
Oh, algorithms, yeah.
Our algorithms. And old Pugson,
Just trotters.
Connie, sticky beef and feet.
That's right. It's just... Jeez.
Connies. Imagine looking at Connies on Insta.
I'm sick of the sticky beef content as well. There's just so many videos.
Oh, fuck.
Who do you reckon's the nastiest out of us three?
Mogi.
Same.
Yeah.
I'd
But
say
only because
Mogi.
you're too old now.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
I think it is.
Yeah. I was never nasty, but
You get a few
adventurous.
beers in you.
Adventurous
Yeah.
at times.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to give you any details, obviously.
What
And,
details have you got?
Well, as I
were
say,
to.
I'm not going to give you any details, but
Okay.
let's just say back in the day. And now it's just like, it's quality over quantity, fellas.
Have you ever sucked someone's toe?
No.
I actually haven't either. I've got a problem with toe. To me, there's too much risk involved in that.
Yes.
And I think mainly because I've seen what my fucking toes can look like.
100%.
After
Yes.
you've been to the gym and you get athlete's foot, it's fucking foul. Now,
Yes.
a woman's foot is very rarely like that.
Sure.
In fact, I've never seen one like that. But, yeah, I don't know. But maybe we'll start bringing it in. Going to start bringing it in.
Sorry, I'm just looking at Pugs. He's not a happy camper.
Why?
I don't know.
That's weird because he's so open and honest about
Yeah,
all this
well,
stuff.
I know. We should get him on one day and just talk us through it.
Yeah. He was telling us as well that he can stick an entire, like all 5 toes in his mouth, the front of a foot.
That's standy, isn't it?
Oh, does your mum listen to this, Pugs?
But
Mama-
you're right. I'm like you, Mogi. I'm not.
Mama raised a freak.
I can't. I can't. Toes don't do it for me.
No.
Nor my wife. My wife hates feet.
I thought you were going to say, nor my wife. She doesn't do it for me either.
No, my wife does it for me, but
Does she?
She hates
I thought
feet.
you weren't going to go into details.
Well, I can give you that detail. She's not into feet.
Right.
But
Your
she
feet.
does it for you.
Does what?
Well, you.
Yeah.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
What about you, Mogi? Have you ever tried or sucked
Well,
anyone's nuts?
let's have a talk about this.
Sure.
I mean, I went to boarding school when I was
Sure.
only when I was 13. You went a lot longer than I did, but I didn't come across
Or easy.
Hey up, but I also didn't have any pubes. I didn't come across any sort of silly buggers. Hey up. Going on then, but I'd imagine there would be a fair amount of experimentation going on in an all-male boarding school.
Sure.
Really?
Wouldn't you? 100%. Of course.
Yeah.
There's a lot of jizz flying around at that. Excuse me.
Is this? Are we going?
I was just going to say, put a warning on that one, would you, Keyzie? Just
Well, yeah.
beep, can you beep that out? What I
Actually,
just
can
said?
you put a siren on that, Keyzie?
Whew,
Have we got a
whew.
siren?
It's not racist, but it is a massive concern.
We haven't.
We don't have a race. We don't have a jizz,
A jizz siren.
I wonder what that
yet.
was.
Right.
Okay, well, we should probably get one.
We've got too many sirens.
But there would be, yeah, absolutely there would be.
Oh, for sure. For
Really?
sure. Well, I mean,
What do you mean, really? Why do you think not?
what about if you were in a male prison, Keyzie? Would you say, oh, there's nothing, there'd be nothing going on there, it'd just all be
I don't know.
heterosexual?
They just stop.
Well, not even heterosexual men.
Yeah.
It's
I
really
just,
judgmental of you to
No,
suggest that
I wasn't judging. I said
that
the
would-
front,
that
Jace. Are you
stuff
kidding me?
wouldn't be going on. But
No,
all
no,
I'm
no,
saying
Jace,
is,
Jace,
all
if
I'm
you would
saying is,
stop
I've never
yelling.
sucked these nuts or dried these nuts,
Right.
as
With a
Pugsan
towel.
would say.
Would say. Yeah.
Would say.
All I
Double
was
that.
saying, I was just surprised because when I was a young fella, I
Yeah.
suppose I went to a mixed school though, so there was no thoughts for But
Why
I
not?
suppose when you're staying every night with just boys and there's only boys everywhere, I can see why you did what you did.
Why would there be no thought? I mean, there were probably plenty of guys there that had those thoughts.
Oh, absolutely, I'm just talking from my own personal experiences.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know if I
Oh,
would have been
Jesus,
the same.
listen to him.
Yeah.
He's
Ooh.
cracking under interrogation.
Yeah,
Here,
bit
Keyzie,
stuttery
you're in a
there.
safe place, brother.
It's all good, man. No
You know,
judgment here,
You had a
Keyzie.
little play around.
It's all good.
Nothing wrong with
you
that.
had a tutu. It's
Can we-
all fine, man.
Can we actually cut that out, Pugson, and replay that? Because that sounded like a man.
Trying a bit hard.
Yeah.
Me
Shit,
thinks he
lost for
doth
words.
protest too much.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I never have. I found myself in a situation once later in my life
Yes.
where it was on the cards actually.
Was it in the sauna the other day?
No, it wasn't in a sauna actually.
Right.
No,
Was it on the-
it's never been in a sauna.
When you say it was on the cards, it was because it was something you were considering?
Because it was the other person was considering it pretty
Sure,
strongly. I
sure.
mean, I've had a few of those sorts of things go
Yes.
on over the years. I'm sure you must have been in the theatre,
yes,
Jace.
yes.
There's all sorts of characters
sure.
hanging around the place. And I was just like, look, if I was going to, it probably would be with this person.
Sure.
Oh wow.
I
Who
could-
was it?
Yeah. But it's just, I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm all good.
And that's
Yeah.
And Mogi, that's okay, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Okay, Keyzie,
but,
you
then,
see,
but then what if I was in prison? What if I was in
Well,
prison?
that's right.
Well, but the other thing is, if I was in prison now, I wouldn't because I can go years.
yeah.
But
You're at
if
that
I
age.
was Keysie's age, for example, but true story, Keyzie.
33.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And full of it. Still full of it. I was still full of it.
Am I full of it?
Well, I was full of it. I'm saying I was at your
right.
age.
Yeah.
but
Are
I'm-
you not full of it anymore?
No.
Oh wow. Does it drop off?
It doesn't drop off. It disappears.
It decreases.
Like your libido?
My libido, that's right.
Wow, really?
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, that's
and
a
yet
shame.
mine is more vigorous than ever.
Nah, see,
Oh,
that's a
yeah,
yarn.
but you've got nothing going on down there.
Yeah, it's just,
Jace feels dead
yeah.
from the waist down.
Yes.
Um,
And you gotta, I can't see over my belly either.
it's
so-
like a corpse down there.
Oh,
It is.
Yeah.
It's a huge, massive corpse chode.
If you could imagine like
I don't want to.
If
a kind of Tyrannosaurus-sized slug just
With
stuck.
two, and it has got like those two little hands coming
Yeah,
off.
and it's like stuck to my thigh.
Right.
That's what it looks like, Keyzie.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
It does drop off, but
What age?
I mean, I've also got friends that are my age and older, and they've got
vigorous.
they're off.
Yeah, no.
They're off to the races. But I also think
For
there's
sure it
mitigating
does.
factors that affect it.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about. I don't need to say it.
Yeah, totally. And, I mean, it does absolutely drop off, Keyzie. So, while you're in the zone, mate,
Make hay, as they say.
yeah, get stuck in there, fella. Your little fella there.
Thanks, fellas.
But never. But yeah, I've certainly got some like a very, very good mate of mine who had quite the sexual drive when he was a younger man, and he just thought, oh, there's got to be more to it than this, and so he had a good old fashioned run.
Sure.
Had it, tried the lot, and then was eventually like, oh yeah, I think this will do.
This is me. This is a bit of me.
And then
Well, I suppose.
got into a heterosexual, not a normal. There's no such thing as normal now, Keyzie. You can forget about that.
Right.
But a heterosexual relationship. But he tried it all. Like, loved it.
Yeah.
It's a playground, Jace, for a lot of people. They're like,
Well,
get in there.
because I am someone who, if I like something from a certain restaurant, will just get that same
Meat
thing.
and potatoes.
Because no, not at all. I figured out what the thing at this restaurant is that I like, and I will just get that every time.
Right.
Sure. But I might not have tried everything the restaurant has to offer.
This is it.
Right.
Funnily enough,
Because I'm just happy with ham and pineapple.
my
Exactly.
wife and I were having a discussion last night about we've got to get more adventurous with our food.
I thought you
your
say love
food.
making.
Yes, I'm with you. Yeah.
No, it was food. Because we eat pretty good food.
Yeah,
but,
not very often, though.
But I'm like you, Keyzie.
I don't know if you are.
I'll if I go to we'll be down at Beervana. What will I order, Keyzie? If there's a lunch menu
If there's a lunch menu, you probably just order whatever I have.
or squid,
Oh, calamari.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like I'm the same. If I go to a restaurant that I've been to before and I had a really nice something, I'll get that
Well,
again.
you only go to the restaurant every now and then.
But it's actually like, no, don't do that because you've already had that. And yes, it's nice. Try something else.
But what if the other thing's not as good?
Well, then so
But it
be
might
it.
be better.
But it might
This
be
is the risk
better.
you
It
take.
might be superior, Keyzie.
But you're risking it.
Well, that's right. But why
No
not?
risk, no reward.
Exactly, Keyzie.
But you can just have the good reward that you like just there and then. That's my argument.
I know, yeah, it is an argument, but then it means you've got no opportunity for excitement or finding new things or
Correct.
discovery. You can't discover if you don't search.
You're not
Right.
expanding your horizons.
Thank you.
Fair enough. All right,
Yeah.
well, I will try dudes then.
Yeah, or calamari.
I thought calamari was a metaphor. Jace, we're getting through plenty of calamari down at Wellington.
I don't know.
More calamari, Jace. You don't have to ask me to.
I don't know why it is I always order calamari because, I mean, I like it.
You love it.
But a lot of the time it's chewy.
Oh,
You know
it
what
is.
I mean?
Calamari.
Yeah, the
Calamari is
calamari's a bit
chewy.
chewy.
A squid tentacle. It's a bit chewy.
That can be.
Oh, we're still talking about calamari?
Oh, are we?
Are we?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
I too enjoy people doing things with their hair, like the old chopstick. I don't like to let it get in the way of work to be done.
What are you
Yeah,
talking
good on
about?
you. I'm assuming that the woman that you were perving at
Oh, the
has
one that
got
I was
chopsticks in
perving
her
at.
hair.
Yeah.
That's what it
Well,
sounds
that's
like.
what you said. You said you like that look.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, certainly Pugson does. He'll be listening to this.
Yeah, he'll be all over it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, good old Pugson. Hopefully it gets better. And it'll be right for your old
It'll
pussy.
heal up downstairs there and
Yeah.
Well,
those things
excess
take
latex.
a while too. And the thing with syphilis is that,
You don't want that.
back in the day, Mogi, of course, people in the olden days,
the good old days.
what the old syphilis, they'd go mad.
They would.
They'd go mad.
They'd lose their minds.
I don't, well, it's something to do with the syphilis. They would
Right.
literally lose their minds and go crazy.
Did you know that and I might have said this already on the outro before, the original reason that you couldn't drink with antibiotics is what doctors used to tell people so that the antibiotics would have time to kick in and get rid of the syphilis, whereas if you went out and drank their first ever form of antibiotics, it wouldn't affect it at all, but you'd go and spread syphilis.
Right.
Whereas if they could convince you to stay sober, it would actually help.
Ah.
And so they were like, no, you can't drink. But then now there are ones that
So
you
you're saying
genuinely-
that syphilis was spread because people were getting steamed.
We're getting, it just
Yeah.
reduced the amount of,
Certainly certainly I can see the logic behind that.
Yeah, it's good logic.
Yeah. Is syphilis a downstairs thing, is it?
Well, it can be, yeah.
Because I don't even...
Oh,
Keyzie, how many you've had every disease under the sun, brother?
I mean...
Come on, mate.
I have not had every disease under the sun.
I mean, usually I go to you about this shit. You know what I mean?
Keyzie, what's syphilis about?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I've never... Actually, I'm going to Google it right now.
It is a sexually transmitted disease.
No. In the downstairs, but yeah, it affects the immune system or something. It goes a bit nuts. And
an infection caused by bacteria, it spreads through sexual contact most often. Disease starts as a sore that's often painless and typically appears on the genitals, rectum, or mouth. Pugs were saying it was all three.
Yeah, that's why he's really under the gun.
Doesn't his mother listen to the podcast?
It's weird doing those jokes without him sitting through the glass.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell,
Human
man?
about it.
Oh, look, I want to make it clear. I'm not judging him on it.
No.
Well, no,
You know
of
what
course.
Well, he's
I
a
mean,
young man.
Yeah, totally.
Wild oats, etc., etc.
Ironic, given the amount of rubber joeys he uses. You know what I mean? That he actually ended up contracting it.
Well, apparently he's starting to develop like a latex allergy.
Yeah.
From having...
I don't know about you, fellas. I was never a big fan of condoms.
A fan? You mean you never used condoms?
Oh, no, I've used them.
Yeah, sure. How many do you reckon you've used in your life?
Well,
Count them.
Let's do a countback.
Count them on one hand.
well, it's hard to know,
it was.
Mogi. But I was never a huge fan of them.
Oh, yeah. How many kids have you got?
How about you, fellas?
Oh, I love them.
Oh, did you?
I never leave the house, even these days, without a rubber joey on.
Oh, right.
Well,
On.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the way I see it is it's the least I can do to help have protected sex.
What do you mean?
Like, mostly the female has to do a lot of the, that heavy lifting side of things. The least I can do is, wrap it up.
I'm not interested in what they told you at school, Keyzie. What's your feeling on it?
Oh, I hate condoms.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Would you take the pill? Because they're coming out with the men's pill.
I thought about this and I think I would.
I wouldn't. You don't even know any of the health issues around it.
Don't care. Just
I just
shove
want
it
to
down
help.
there.
Just want to help women out.
Yeah, totally, man.
Well, I think I would
Mind
like
you,
to.
my seed's so tired now, it doesn't matter.
I'd like to help my partner out, not women in general.
Well,
But
just don't sleep with them.
In fact,
yeah, that's a good idea.
my wife has asked me that question over the years.
I wouldn't do it.
She said to me, if there was a male pill, would you take it? And I said, yeah, I would.
I mean,
Definitely.
obviously, once it had gone through testing and you knew all the ins and
Oh,
outs
no,
of it,
just even if it's experimental, just shove it down me.
shove it down you.
Give me anything. But I also don't think women should take the pill because that's so bad for you. Shocking shit.
But better than wrapping it up, Jace?
Am I right?
Jace.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't want to create the wrong impression here, fellas. I wrapped it up all right.
No, you didn't. You're riddled, mate. You're riddled.
What I
They
found,
call him the Riddler.
what I found really,
They're riddled with STDs.
what I found really annoying about them mostly was like I'd have to join two together.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, how did that work? Because you've got two scrotums, if I remember
Well,
correctly.
I was one for him, one
two,
for his partner.
Two scroti and also two shafts.
I'd have to, what I'd do is I'd have to cut the tip off one of them and pull that on down the length. And then
Because the whole length needs to be covered.
and then put another one on top to finish her off.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. See,
God,
that's
you must have
annoying.
a big downstairs, man.
Well, look, fellas, I don't want to go on about it,
It's so funny.
but yeah, no, it's terrible, eh? I used to always be like a condom. Oh, okay, I suppose so. Put that on there.
What about
Just put that on there like that.
the old vasectomy?
Turn the light on, would you?
What if it's what like you can reverse a vasectomy, right?
I can.
It's
yeah. I can.
It's
yeah.
very complicated.
Dr. Mogi.
I just do it with my thought process.
Sure.
It's like, nah.
So
Yeah.
wait, maybe there's like a
Time
world.
to get pregnant.
There's a world where like all teenage boys go and get a vasectomy that can be undone at some point.
I think the undoing of it is actually quite a complicated process.
But you just like install a little like nozzle thing that has a little switch on it,
Yeah.
and then you just switch it on.
I always thought for a long, long time the vasectomy that it meant that you didn't ejaculate.
Oh, right.
Like substantively.
Yes.
And it was like, no, you still ejaculate, but it doesn't have the sperms.
No, that's right. It's
Does it look the
it's
same?
spermazoa.
Does it still look similar?
It looks exactly. Look, you apply the taste test, you wouldn't know the difference, Keyzie.
Yeah.
But yeah, and what happens to the sperm is it gets absorbed through the membrane in the testes and sucked into the bloodstream. So you actually end up with little sperms swimming around in your blood. And that, my friend, is a true story.
Really?
I've recently been looking into it because I was like, where is it going? If it's not coming out, where is it going? Because as you famously know, I'm all blocked up down there.
Yeah.
Imagine it basically rerouted it and it came out as snot and you had to blow your nose once a day.
Jizzo.
And it was just jizzoed, Jace.
You'd be having massive ejaculations every day, Keyzie.
Sneezing, you'd be like intentionally getting hay fever.
Yeah. Because it took me, and then I had a mate that actually got it done, and he said, "No, you still produce substance. It's just
because that's your main thing, is you just want
just massive."
I mean, that's
he's all about the load.
I'm all about the load.
But your load has taken a real dent.
It has, man. It has. I'll be honest with you.
It's pathetic now.
It depends how long I go for without unleashing the load.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Get backed up, sure.
Because you get backed up.
Can I just say we need to put the warning on this?
Yeah, there's going to be we need to put a disclaimer on this one.
What's the load special?
But yeah, I'm with you, man. It's an embarrassment now.
Let's just say it's not released as exuberantly as it was.
Yeah, no, that's right. Some of the things you might have done in the past, you can't do them anymore.
Sure.
Unless you're applying gravity.
Well, I don't need to worry about the headboard anymore.
Oh, no, God, no. No, and that is why the headboard was invented.
Yes.
Because we've talked about that on this program before.
Yeah, we have.
We have?
Yeah, it's to keep your load off the wall behind your head.
We definitely need a disclaimer at the start. Fucking hell.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.